All right, welcome back to the CLC Paint YouTube channel for part 2 of this guy. And if we haven't met before, I'm Chase Corrington. I'd like to welcome you to join us in on some painting here, either for entertainment or to maybe inspire and give you some ideas. I'm not doing any masterful techniques here, just real simple stuff that anybody can do. So I put down a little touch of alizarin crimson, and I think we're going to mix it with just a tiny touch of phthalo blue. No, sorry, Prussian blue, the darker one. The darker one. I'm going to pick that up, and we'll just mix those right together. Maybe I'll get this closer so you can watch. This closer. And see, I'm just flipping and mixing, and see we already got a purple color. It'll look black until you put it on the canvas. But see how certain parts have more red and certain parts have more blue. That'll be perfect for what we're going to do. More red and more blue, perfect for what we're going to do. Now, take the knife at a vertical angle, cut across your pile, and cut off yourself some color, some of that purple color. Now, I don't want to destroy all my clouds. Let's just make a mountain. Maybe he lives, something like that. And he's going to come down somewhere in that area. Somewhere in that area. Wipe off the knife, grab yourself another roll, and begin to shape the backside. Just worry about the top edge here, because we're going to blend out the bottom. There we go. There we go. Maybe he's kind of wide, kind of a wide angled mountain here. And then just smear some of that down, kind of scraping off the extra onto your knife there. And comes over there. Shoot, that's good. I'll just put the rest down here. Down there. Wipe off the knife. And let's use, this brush is almost clean. It's the one we used to blend last time. If you didn't see the part 1 of this, check it out. All right. So carefully, without destroying your top edges, hold down. And since we've got the wet, oily white, liquid white, magic white, whatever you want to call it, on the canvas, it gives us a wet, oily surface to work with. And it just blends the color off into the distance at the bottom. And then this side, same thing going the other way. And then right here in the center, where these two angles meet, just kind of softly fade it on both sides. If it gets too gray, pull more color through it. And there we go. I like that. I like that. It's got these sharp, dark edges up there. Yeah. We'll just it looks like it goes back into the distance that way too. Taking our knife. Now we've got this white down here from the clouds from part 1. Just going to do the same thing we did with the dark color with the white. Now, depending how dry or wet your white is, this will come off the knife differently. A lot of people have trouble with this breaking. The key is 0 pressure on the knife. You almost want to drop it. Almost want to drop it. Because see, now I don't have enough thickness to touch and have it come off. Just barely. So you got to have enough thickness of the white to where it sticks off of the knife sideways. See that just a tiny bit there? Maybe. But, so just, and if you have a little shake, it helps. Kind of shaky today. There we go. And clean off the knife if you need to. I'm just working on the edges of these peaks. Always, for some reason, do my highlights on the right side of the mountain. And maybe back there. See, that came off pure thick. It didn't break. Had it either too much paint or too much pressure, something like that. White down here at the bottom, because we'll mist that off. That'll be a misty area. I like to practice mountains because I'm never satisfied. I'm always like, dang it. Dang it. Maybe this time I need to do the right amount of shadow color. So I'm going to take, we've got this almost nothing of phthalo blue there. I'm going to take just the smallest amount and set it over here. And then I'm going to take white and mix those together till we have a light blue that's marbled. It's got different variations of the color going on there. Cut across that. I might have too much white on the knife. Cut across that. And going, I have the knife at the same angle, but instead of going this direction, I'm going to pull it this way, the opposite. That will help give your peaks the 3D look they're already getting. Now, since I'm so shaky, sometimes I'll take my other hand and rest my wrist on it while it's braced against something, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for danger today. And so just where you think the back side of this mountain is, put a touch of your shadow color in there, like so. And if you don't like the color, you can change it. Like I think we might need a little purple to that because it looks like the blue sky behind it. So I took just a touch of the purple, rubbed it in down here, gives us more of a gray color. Let's see how that looks now. Darkened up the blue there a little bit. See, that's different than the sky then. Doesn't look like you're looking through the mountain. Sometimes all you need is a little darker blue though to make it stand out. Because that was such a light blue in there. Such a light blue. Gonna take, just varying the blues and the whites and the purples. Give yourself, all right, now. Going just along the edge there. And see, I just let that smear out as I angled the knife with the edge of the peak. Just trying to get that blue shadowy color. Now let's pull it this way instead of that way. Nice. Nice, beautiful. And see, once we've got a shadow color in, like I said, I always feel like my mountains aren't as good as they could be. Now let's bring another peak in right over here. grab the highlight and pull it across the shadow. Pull it across the shadow. Wipe the knife off so you don't turn your white blue. Maybe right there. Maybe right there. See, then you start to get all this variation going on here. That, to me, is once it starts to look real good. Maybe there's some more snow right there. And then if you want to bring these together, you can do a little circular shape. And it makes it look like a little, I don't know what to call it. Little recessed area. Maybe there's a little frozen area back in there. A glacier. That's what I was thinking of. Took me a moment there. Frozen. I was like, frozen river? Huge frozen river? Glacier. That's what it is. So, yeah, I'm just adding. I like these little extra peaks that stick out. There we go. There we go. And just to make this a little more 3D, we'll grab small edge of the knife. Last bit of that shadow color we got. And there we go. Excellent. Excellent. Like I said, there's more complicated, higher level ways to do things, but I love just super simple, but super outstanding. I'm somebody who loves to look for the simplest ways to get the best results. Now, this brush, look at this one, blue, purple. I think if we tap with this brush, it's going to turn the bottom purple and blue. So let's use our clean brush that we cleaned off in between part one and this one. And we're just tapping with the top corner. See where there's color there? With the top corner at the angle of the peaks. Angle of the peaks. Just what happens is when you tap up, you grab a tiny bit of the white that's up there and bring it back down. And it blends the bottom of these peaks. So they look like they're so misty. And then this, just the same softness as we did with the clouds there. Just pull it up ever so soft. Only going about quarter height here. Only going about quarter height here. And maybe this side goes this way, right? And see, if you smear across that, it'll string this peak up over across there, like I almost did. I want to save it. Save the angles. There we go. There we go. That's a soft. And if you mess something up, you can always go back with your knife, grab some white, and put in another little touch there. Right? And then soften that guy up, lift the bottom, careful not to hit the top, and we are in business, ladies and gentlemen. In business. Now, I think what happens if I take the purple and just, yeah, nice. I like that. So I'm going to take this big brush, grab just a touch of the purple, just a touch. So it looks like that. It's like white purple mixture. And we're going to act like there's a little There's a little foothill that comes down right here. Blocks off our mountain back there in the distance. Just like that. Just like that. Tap softer. Or harder. Once you run out of the color, it'll blend downwards. If you have too much color on there, it won't be so soft. There, there. Now I'm just going to lift slightly up just a tiny bit to give it the indication of maybe some trees or whatever. We just want this to push the mountain back further and look like it goes back in there with that layer. But see, just with the color we had on the brush there, we already got a whole new adventure going. And where do we go from there? Shoot, maybe we'll do another layer. Let's just grab a touch more of that purple color to make it darker on the brush. Tap it. Now, if this is darker, like we want it to be, we should be able to take this layer here and come down in front. Down in front. See how that cuts it off? I'm going to grab just a touch more to make sure we got enough darkness going there. And see, that makes it into two distinct separate foothills. Maybe this one goes off back there and disappears. And grab a little more. Just show you what I'm doing. It's mostly this side of the brush that's getting the color because that's where I'm putting the pressure. And then the left side is more of a blender. Yeah. See, that's soft. And then in front of that, you do a darker one. There we go. You just keep tapping till that dark turns lighter. And if you need to, rub it on a paper towel. Get rid of that darkness. And then we can tap. Then we can tap. Shoot, I might just, maybe we'll blend the bottom with a little brushing. Beautiful. And maybe we'll slightly lift up. Ding. And see, now we have a valley full of layers of hills that leads back to this mountain. And I think we'll call that part 2. Maybe I'll call this video practicing mountains and foothills, something like that. Here, maybe I'll move this palette so we can get an up close look here. Pull it over there to the center. See, that's almost dropped it. That's what we're working with, ladies and gentlemen. And I guarantee you, you can do that. I guarantee you, you can do that. If you got value, smash the like button, consider subscribing. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. Comments and likes and all those things help push these videos through the algorithm to reach more people that might want to paint along or just enjoy some painting entertainment. But until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and I'll be back in the future.